we once again find ourselves with a TikTok ban on the horizon. And when the courts and Congress say it's because of national security, it's because we care about your data. Dog, if it was because of that, you would have done something about Cambridge Analytica. You didn't, though. And to illustrate the sheer magnitude of the amount of data that Facebook tracks on us nonstop outside of the app, I went ahead and downloaded my data. I'll put information on how to do that here or maybe in another video. Just at first glance, because these files are ginormous and I'm going to have to go analyze it on my computer, it seems as though they've tracked basically every website and app that I've used and when in the last 2 years. They know when I added stuff to my car on Uber Eats. They know when I used the Crumble app. They know when I added something to my wish list on T-Mobile's website. They know when I added payment information to Trivago. They know that I filled out a contact form for the incognito class action lawsuit against Google, and they know when I did it. They know when I started to check out something for Delta Airlines, and evidently JetBlue as well. They know of, and the time of, many a purchase to watch a movie at AMC. They know when I bought a book at bookshop.org. They know when I wired money to my M-Pesa account when I was in Kenya. They know of 3 of the times that I went to Walgreens. They know of many a time I did travel searches on Kayak and Hilton. You can't see at the top, but they know when I subscribed to Human Rights Watch's newsletter. They know when I checked my credit score on Experian and TransUnion. And that is the tip of the iceberg. And also what I chose to share. It was a really, really, really big file. It took a hot second, but I figured out how to delete that data and stop them from doing that particular tracking, which it's good, but it's not the root of the issue, which is the surveillance of these companies, these American social media companies, because they won't let you opt out of surveillance advertising. They won't let you opt out of targeted advertising in the way that this app lets you do that pretty easily. They can say all they want that it's just to give you ads that are optimal for you. But did we forget about the story where a teenager who got an abortion had her Facebook data used to charge her? And it was no more than 2 days ago that I saw this video of someone on here talking about how they jokingly on their Snapchat said, oh, gonna KMS. And then the cops showed up, the FBI actually showed up at their school. Not to mention the very real violence that they cause outside of the country. They're being sued by multiple governments because of said violence. Cases that I'm most familiar with being the one in Ethiopia because of the ethnic violence that they've stoked in Tigray. And then in Kenya, people in places like Kibera, which is one of the largest slums in the entire world, are forced to look at CSAM, mutilations, executions, basically nonstop for $1 to $2 an hour to make it so that we can use that app in the first place. $1 to $2 an hour from Facebook. And don't get me wrong, TikTok is not flawless. They have their problems. Perhaps not those problems, but they have their problems. But the idea that this ban is somehow supposed to contend with any of those problems is fallacious at best and deeply, deeply harmful at worst. And that's because they don't want to look inward and they don't want to take responsibility. They're totally chill with surveillance and violence as long as they're the ones that are doing it.